truth.
Hey, I want everybody out there, instead of questioning us, I want y'all to question Ringo TV and New Breed. Show us your fruit. Show us what you're doing. It's easy for you to point the finger and talk about everybody else. As the old saying goes, it's easy to get on, but it's hard to get off. Show everybody your fruit. And if you can't do it, then all you're going to do in your silence is going to show everybody the damn devil your ass really is. You damn satanic ass shits. Ah.
That's good.
Demand fruit. We want to see fruit.
Yeah.
Show us the fruit.
Not questionable suspect music videos that are cringy.
And cut your damn hair, Adonis.
I bet you it ain't gonna be no 7-hour video.
No, not for no fruit.
All right.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Yo, what up, everybody? What up, what up, what up? Peace and blessings to the chat. We about to get into it. Let's get it, let's get it. Hold on one moment. Let's go, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to get real. And as you can see, I don't need a bunch of cronies around me. I don't need nobody applauding me and bigging me up. I don't need none of that. See, this is light work right here. And you're going to get a history lesson in this particular video. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to gain a real good understanding on what Straightway ministry is all about. And you're going to understand what rotten fruit is. Now, of course, one-on-ones know, people who've been around. You already know some of the things that I've done within the community. When it comes to my philanthropic work, I won't speak on that for obvious reasons, because I'm not like the hypocrite. I'm not going to grandstand and talk about what I've done for people throughout the love note system, how things were provided. I'm not going to do all of that because I'm not here to do what they do and try to prove themselves and do their arms before men. That's not what I'm about. But I will say that some of you all already know that we have a land development initiative. You're very well aware of that. And of course, you know, this initiative is fairly new, but at least I can say that its foundation isn't polluted. We're going to talk about RG Stair. We're going to talk about Dirty Mac and Dowell today. And we're going to talk about how a rotten tree, a malignant root, can't produce good fruits. And this is why Dowell and Straightway is in the situation they're in right now. You're going to find out in this particular live stream that Dowell is a student of a well-known cult leader. And I'm going to be bringing out a lot. And you're going to get the history for those who are just learning who Dowell really is. We want to make sure people in the truth that's coming up don't fall for the charades and the smoke and mirrors. But it's going to get real. Let's get to it.
It's like a modern day warfare. Got my ammunition cold red. I feel like Noah getting cold stairs. And Priscilla across my forehead. The second coming, it is bloodshed. Hey, roll out the red carpet. roll out the red carpet, yeah. Spiritual voltage, hit 'em with 1,000 watts. I've been drawing inspiration like round the clock. This is innovation, we thinking out the box. History in the making, but they don't give us props. We in the paradox, 2 dimensions in the lot. Y'all gon' punish the world until the center stops. A man of war, I'm like a bull in the china shop. It's in our blood, I'm not the one that you should idolize. But I kept it real, ain't sell my soul for the dollar sign. I done seen gold chains turn to yoke of iron. There is no salvation if there's no Messiah. Before the rooster crows twice, y'all gon' deny it. You think you higher, he exposed all the liars. Vengeance is the Lord's, y'all gon' feel the fire. Let this be the soundtrack to everything coming. It's gon' be bloodshed for the second coming. Roll a red carpet out cause they don't really want it. Roll a red carpet out cause they don't really want it. This ain't Hollywood, this ain't even star-studded. But best believe he gon' have the whole crowd running. Hey, my music's slapping like he Honda. Damn. Quick enough to send a shockwave through your chakra. Well, damn. Knock it off, no combating with the prophets. Knock it off. Touch his anointed, start picking out your coffin. Reading this word got me locked in. I'm locked in. 8K crystal clear through these optics. I can see. No fear, it gets real when you got sense. There's no chill, gotta build till we all in. This is modern day warfare. I'm getting ready while they horse playing. Got my ammunition cold red. I feel like Noah getting cold stairs. Got this seal across my forehead. This ain't science, this ain't hotel. This is Torah from the Old Test. Then grab your sword for the protest. No surrender, there's no rest. I found hope when it was hopeless. Hope when it was hopeless. Time to roll out the red carpet. The Messiah coming back for bloodshed and vengeance. He will require the blood of all the nations. Vengeance is the Lord's.
In the early 1980s, brother RG Stair and his wife came to Walterboro, South Carolina, with only a couple $100 and a whole lot of faith. He founded the Overcomer community. Since then, it has grown into a self-sufficient Christian farm community, providing a home for about 70 Bible-believing men, women, and children. While utilizing alternative energy sources to provide electric and organic farming methods to raise food is in keeping with current trends. The basic Christian lifestyle goes back 2,000 years. This is the Overcomer community.
RG Stair. Now, you got to first understand that Pastor Dowell is a student of RG Stair. The entire template of Straightway is what RG Stair was producing with Overcomer Ministry. It's the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. He was right there in the midst of it all. He's a student of them. Now, I need y'all to hear who RG Stair is. Let me further educate you. Pay attention.
Now to a Daily Mail TV exclusive, the death of rapper Craig Mack. Just 2 weeks ago, the Grammy-nominated rapper known as MC Easy died at just 46 years old. At the height of his fame, the P. Diddy Biggie Smalls prodigy lived a life of excess, of everything from money and sex to drugs and guns. But soon after the success of his 1994 hit, Craig Mack's health started to fail and he disappeared, only to resurface in 2012 at an alleged South Carolina cult called the Overcomer Ministry. Take a look.
My name is Craig Mack.
And what did you used to do when you was in the world?
Wickedness.
Oh, okay. And what are you doing now?
Righteousness.
Whoa, hallelujah.
The preacher of that ministry is Ralph Gordon Stair. Stair is now in jail, accused of sexually assaulting multiple women and children in his congregation. Today, a DailyMail.com investigation exposes what really happened inside the Overcomer ministry and the new questions raised about Craig Mack's death. Randy Williams is back now with more of the exclusive.
RG Stair has passed away. RG Stair has passed away. Do anybody remember what Pastor Dowell said about RG Stair? I know a lot of you people out there who think that you comprehend or understand the whole issue about RG Stair. You don't. I do. I was there. Do you follow me? I was there. I was sitting there right there in the tabernacle. I know everything has been said. Contrary to all these accusations and all these lies and everything else, I know all the movers, the shakers. I know the whole entire story.
Hold on, you was there. You know everything, huh? So now we can place him at the scene, right? So what you got to understand is he was a student of RG Stair. And RG Stair, man, he was a filthy man. I mean, there's all type of inflammatory information on him, not just by what you heard on the news, because you can hear Dowell with his fourth tongue, double-minded self defending RG Stair in a way just because he was there. But he also distanced himself from RG Stair because he don't want to be connected with that. But he's technically your white daddy, sir. He taught you everything you know. The same template. The mixed demographic you have that's over there in Straightway. You are a product of RG Stair, sir. You learn his ways. But you want to act like you built from the ground up, like you didn't inherit this church and this ministry from a cult leader. You really gonna act like you did not inherit everything you got from a cult leader. Let's make it clear. I'm very humble. I'm at my humble beginnings with this walk when it comes to building and community. Y'all seen my land walks. Y'all seen that we're still building. We're getting there. But I dare you try to despite my efforts when you were given a ministry. You didn't organically build anything, sir. You came from the military, where I believe personally you some type of damn agent, because you got military mind games going on with those people over there, definitely. And this white cult leader seeing the same demonic narcissistic spirit in you that he has, and he gave you the keys to the kingdom. Now you want to distance yourself from him. No, sir, you're not getting off the hook with this one. You're not getting off the hook with this one. And you see, you hear what Dowell said. Let's hear that again.
RG Stair has passed away. RG Stair has passed away. Do anybody remember what Pastor Dowell said about RG Stair? I know a lot of you people out there who think that you comprehend or understand the whole issue about RG Stair. You don't. I do. I was there. Are you follow me? I was there. I was sitting there right there in the tabernacle. I know everything has been said. Contrary to all these accusations and all these lies and everything else, I know all the movers, the shakers. I know the whole entire story.
So you trying to make it seem as if there's lies being told. Let's go to exhibit.
Wait a minute. Now, you don't let these other guys do this. You understand? I'm not giving them a license to give you a hug. Okay? If they try, you leave me alone. So I'll get my hug from the preacher.
Wait a minute.
That was RG Stair. Now, he told the little girl, look, I'm not giving you permission to let nobody hug you but the pastor. Seemed like a tactic that Dowell would inherit, if you ask me, based on the fact that you stole somebody's wife. And yes, you stole a man's wife. How do we know? Well, Eric Gonzalez himself said he wanted to be with his wife. We got you on record threatening this man not to come back on Straightway premises. No man is going to go into a church, bring his family into the truth, and then abandon them. That's insane, sir. You expect people to believe that? Is this not your white daddy who taught you the ropes right here?
Oh, she's awake now. I'm calling her. Come on. Now I see you missed out on it. Hmm? I'll be somewhere listening.
See, now what's he doing grabbing that young girl like that and doing what he's doing? See? And then you're going to watch him scream at a man that's disgusted with what he's doing right in front of him. The man gave him a look like, hey, man, you shouldn't be touching a young girl like that. Now watch this.
She was almost asleep. She heard me talking. She woke up. Look at that. Look at that, beautiful.
See? Now there's his dad in the background yelling. You heard it real loud. Glory! Well, this lying wonder is manhandling his daughters. See, Timothy Jones, the same thing happened with his daughter, Laquila, and the same thing happened with thank God that Sandy got them children out of there.
RG Stair has passed away. RG Stair has passed away. Do anybody remember what Pastor Dowell said about RG Stair? I know a lot of you people out there who think that you comprehend or understand the whole issue about RG Stair. You don't. I do. I was there. Do you follow me? I was there. I was sitting there right there in the tabernacle. I know everything has been said. Contrary to all these accusations and all these lies and everything else, I know all the movers, the shakers. I know the whole entire story.
Come here, hon. Come here. I'll show you. Just look.
Now, you hear that frog in the background? Here we go.
See what's happening? You don't see what's happening?
Yeah.
See in the influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, by you.
Uh-huh. Growing up.
Yeah. Look at that right there. Whatever that.
No, she can't help that. No. But she don't have to enhance them.
Joe, what?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
No wonder Dowell out here doing damn virgin auction sales. The man that you followed, the man you were sitting in the tabernacle with, he's groping and fondling these prepubescent young ladies right there up in the church. Children. We ain't gonna call them young ladies. They're prepubescent. I mean, they're in that area where they're going through puberty, and they're doing this in front of the church. And Dowell has inherited this same church pretty much. Turned the name to Straightway. Kept on doing what he's doing, selling people's daughters. And now you want to talk about somebody's fruits. Listen, the Bible tells us in Matthew 7:16, even so every good tree bringeth forth good fruits, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. That's what's happening right now, Dowell. You're getting casted into the fire. Why? Because the root that you grabbed onto is bad fruit, sir. It's a bad tree. It's an evil tree. So now everybody's practicing adultery. It's wickedness going on over there. You exploiting the young women. That's what's going on over there. Why? Because the tree is evil. See, this is the thing. Everybody believe because that they building houses and got communities. Everybody looking at that as a blessing. Listen, the whole world is building houses and communities, and that's not fruit. That's not fruit. So he's basically trying to tell all you brothers in truth who are well studied, who have been in this word, you brothers and sisters who have been in truth and walking in it, being cast out by your family, going through everything you went through and still staying on a straight and narrow and righteous path. He's trying to claim to y'all that because you don't have a community with gardens and houses, that you somehow are just wicked. As if wicked fruit can't be produced, as if Satan himself cannot bless somebody with material things. Are y'all hearing where I'm coming from? Because what Dowell likes to do is digress. This is sick behavior, y'all. And this is who he was following.
Back. You did? Where was he, in bed? Lord have mercy. What? And you don't have to do that for me.
See, now why did he bring that up about being in bed? And you never done that for me. Why, did you really need it, Ralph? No. See, I'm telling you. Well, whatever, I don't have to tell you nothing. It's very obvious and clear. that you should be able to discern between him that's serving God and him that's serving him not. From the wicked, as Ralph Stair declared many times, I'm a wicked man. And then I heard him when he got out of prison in 2002, I'm not a wicked man. Now, wait a minute. You see, that's hypocrisy in its fullness. You say one thing and then you say another thing that's just the opposite of what you just said. All right? No, isn't that something? Everybody starts clapping for that.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And that's what Dowell does. Dowell shows a level of admiration for RG Stair. And in the same videos that he's showing admiration, he's caught claiming that he's an enemy. And the same video, he's distancing himself from RG Stair. Listen, Dowell is just as double-minded and corrupted as his white daddy. He seriously is. And people got to have the discernment to see what's going on here. But I'm not here to convince you. Dowell is an adulterer, and that's been proven. Matter of fact, let's hear out the horse's mouth. Let's show how much he can't control that drunk-ass spirit of his over there. A city with no walls.
I'll forever submit to you, Miles. I'll forever respect you, Miles. I'll forever honor you, Miles, as the head of our home and no other. There is no other, there is no one, no plans of hell will ever prosper in our marriage and will ever hold me not to be a wife that is a Proverbs 31 woman. I will become that woman that builds the home as I follow you, as you follow Christ. That is the only thing that we will do in our household. And I promise and I vow that in heaven, they hear. On earth, I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto you as we continue to do this work of God.
Come on, stop us. Hey, Mother Carol, book me a plane ticket. I'm going to find me. I'm going to marry her. I'm bringing her in immediately.
Are you serious?
Get over here!
You know what the Bible tells us? The Bible tells us in, man, I think it's in Luke 6:45. Yep. It tells you, for the abundance of a man's heart, his mouth speaketh. For the abundance of a man's heart, his mouth speaketh. He has an adulterous spirit. Do you understand that? Because he's living in constant adultery. This is the reason why Dowell is there with Mama Nellie, Sister Nellie, whatever you want to call her. I mean, he can't help himself. You know, when those wine and spirits hit, you see how disrespectful the man is to his own wife. Now, it wouldn't have been disrespectful if that woman wasn't married. She's literally saying her wedding vows. And you know what Dowell is doing? Coveting another man's wife, which the Bible tells you not to covet another man's wife. And then he has the audacity to tell his wife, Mother Carol, book the plane ticket. I want to marry her. I want to bring her into the home. That's what came out of his mouth. He tried to clean it up a little bit in the video because he got caught red-handed, speaking the intentions of his soul, the intentions of his heart. He got caught. He tried to clean it up, but you said what you said, Dowell. Once again,
I'll forever submit to you, Miles. I'll forever respect you, Miles. I'll forever honor you, Miles, as the head of our home and no other. There is no other, there is no one, no plans of hell will ever prosper in our marriage and will ever hold me not to be a wife that is a Proverbs 31 woman. I will become that woman that builds the home as I follow you, as you follow Christ. That is the only thing that we will do in our household. And I promise and I vow that in heaven they hear. On earth, I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto you as we continue to do this work of God.
Come on, stop us. Hey, Mother Carol, book me a plane ticket. I'm going to find me. I'm going to marry her. I'm bringing her in immediately.
What the scripture tell you? Proverbs 25 and 28. He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. That's exactly what you got with Dirty Mac and Dowell. He don't care. He can see that it is another. He can see that this woman has a husband. He don't care. And that's the same way he looked at Mama Nelly. That's the same way he treacherously dealt with Eric Gonzalez, creating all these smear campaigns because he's covetous. He want what the next man got. He's not satisfied with his portion. So when you see brothers online calling this man an adulterer, it's based on the evidence presented. It's based on what we've seen. The man living in sin. Why? Because RG Stair, who gave him the template, and I'm going to show you, RG Stair gave him the template. Everything that Straightway is doing, Pastor Dowell got it from this man here. He did not originate nothing. He didn't start his own community. Pastor Dowell had everything handed to him. He was under the rule and thumb of RG Stair. But you got a nerve to come out your mouth and say this.
Hey, I want everybody out there, instead of questioning us, I want y'all to question Ringo TV and New Breed. Show us your fruit. Show us what you're doing. It's easy for you to point the finger and talk about everybody else. As the old saying goes, it's easy to get on, but it's hard to get off. Show everybody your fruit. And if you can't do it, then all you're going to do in your silence is going to show everybody the damn devil your ass really is. You damn satanic ass shits. Ah.
That's good.
I could tell you what we're not doing. I could tell you that we're not out here taking people's whole paychecks. I could tell you that we're not out here stealing people's wives. I could tell you that we're not being disloyal, dishonest, slanderers, dealing with things tastelessly. I could tell you that much. And this is supposed to be somebody's pastor. This is the one y'all calling pastor over there. You can't see that this man is a city with no walls. You can't see that this man is clearly full of pride and arrogance. That's the thing about these churches. Let me break it down this way. If they're the top one in command in the church, who's going to hold them accountable for their sins? Who? This is why I don't get with organized religion. Who's going to hold the pastor accountable for their sins? And this is why you brothers out there need to understand the head of every man is Christ. The head of every man is Christ, y'all. Dowell is a worker of iniquity. It's evident at this point. Pride, arrogance, ego is all there. I mean, listen, we can say we're exposing Dowell and all these things, but I'm going to tell y'all like this. The way he's conducting himself, he's doing a good enough job exposing himself. He's doing a fantastic job exposing himself. Now, for those who don't know the history, I got to give y'all the history because he's trying to make it seem like he's this self-made guy, like he didn't learn the ropes from somebody. And a lot of y'all don't understand that he came from cult leader RG Stair. And RG Stair, as you all seen, y'all seen him groping young ladies worse than Joe Biden. I mean, worse than Joe Biden. And Dowell said he was there. He seen what was going on there. He know the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And RG Stair had Craig Mack in his ministry. So don't think that famous people being a part of the ministry just came with Dowell. No. RG Stair had Craig Mack. And you know Craig Mack was running with Diddy in them at one point. So I see all the NFL players going over there. Listen, that cult been around for a long time now. The cult been around for a while. And Dowell gonna go down just like his mentor. Why? Because of his pride. The Most High trying to have mercy on the man, but he don't want to repent. He over there teaching false doctrine, that whole speaking in tongues garbage, that witch tongue, that wizard tongue that he got going on over there, casting spells on people, summoning demons in people. When the Bible tell you that about speaking in tongues, what did the Bible tell you? When a man speak of an unknown tongue, there should be interpreters present. Interpreters. Matter of fact, let me pull that scripture right up so y'all can understand. Here we go. I got it right here. 1 Corinthians 14:27. If any man speak in an unknown tongue, let it be by 2 or at the most by 3, and that by course, and let no one interpret. But if there be no interpreter, let him keep silent in the church, and let him speak to himself or God. So what is he speaking? Bible said you're supposed to have an interpreter. See, in the day of Pentecost, the men were understanding each other in their own respective languages. Dowell is a warlock. That's scripture right there. You telling me all you so-called elders who's supposed to have the Messiah in y'all supposed to know who the Messiah is. Y'all supposed to know the Bible. You mean to tell me y'all going to ignore the scripture? You mean to tell me you don't know there's supposed to be an interpreter when a man is speaking an unknown tongue? No, he's using that unknown tongue to keep a spiritual bind on you. The man is a warlock and you're under deception. He got y'all under a strong delusion. He's taken right after RG Stair, running a cult. What men in their right mind going to be giving up their whole paychecks to another man, y'all? I hear the idolatry coming from those men. They call him the man of Yah, following the man of Yah. You're supposed to be a man of Yah too. Certain terms that they use. We follow him as he followed Christ. Why don't you just follow Christ? Because Corinthians tell you to follow the Messiah. Say the head of every man is Christ. But you're going to say, well, we just following him like he followed Christ. That means you brothers don't know Christ. That's why y'all all got to be in packs and clusters all the damn time. It's really funny to me just sitting there seeing all y'all get the courage to sit up there and feed off each other. Y'all can't just, Dowell can't get in front of the camera like I'm doing right now and just talk to y'all. He can't do it. He gotta have his cronies around him. He can't do what I'm doing. Dowell, I'm gonna give you a verbal sporing because you out of your league. I've seen the company you've kept over the years, sir. And you're not coming from where brothers like myself is coming from. You don't understand the environment. You don't understand the culture, sir. You just another Manchurian candidate that was chosen by a white daddy that taught you the ways of the heathens. And because you got some buildings that's getting put up, you somehow believe that you got fruits. Your fruits are polluted. Let's get into some of the information on this, man. Let me go to this source so y'all can know how he learned the game, how he got into all of this. I want to go here. Let's go.
The double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Now that's a quote from Pastor Charles Dowell in a Searcy interview. I believe the name of the man was Jim Searcy, but it's all in writing. It can be found on the internet. That's something that Pastor Dowell really does not, well, he doesn't really seem to like anything in writing. What, you know, I keep hearing from him over and over again that he wants to debate people and that no scholar will come and debate.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up another version so y'all can so I can stop and go. All right, I know it may look a little bit small on your screen, but it is what it is. It's a very old video with low quality, so I got to do what I got to do. But I want you to hear some of the history. And this video is like 11, 12 years old, but y'all need to know that Dowell didn't just organically start making communities. Matter of fact, I could show you real quick that it's the same template. He literally has the same template as RG Stair. Just real quick.
In the early 1980s, brother RG Stair and his wife came to Walterboro, South Carolina with only a couple $100 and a whole lot of faith. He founded the Overcomer community. Since then, it has grown into a self-sufficient Christian farm community providing a home for about 70 Bible-believing men, women, and children. While utilizing alternative energy sources to provide electric and organic farming methods to raise food is in keeping with current trends. The basic Christian lifestyle goes back 2,000 years. This is the Overcomer community.
RG Stair has passed away. RG Stair has passed away. Do anybody remember what Pastor Dowell said about RG Stair? I know a lot of you people out there who think that you comprehend or understand the whole issue about RG Stair. You don't. I do. I was there. Do you follow me? I was there. I was sitting there right there in the tabernacle. I know everything has been said. Contrary to all these accusations and all these lies and everything else, I know all the movers, the shakers. I know the whole entire story.
So now that we can establish that he was there, you know, and you see how Straightway is now, he learned it all there. He learned it all there. Everything he's doing, from virgin auctions to speaking in tongues to this pseudo version of Israelites, because that's what it is. It's a pseudo version. As you can see, RG Stair had a mixed multitude of people as well within the church, although he identified with Christianity. All Dowell did was take advantage of the growing trend of Israelites. And he basically took that title because Israelites is a growing demographic. So that's the business mind of, okay, listen, this Israelite thing is big. So, hey, let's ride that wave. But it's really just Christianity. He's still teaching tithes and offerings. And he's still teaching, speaking in tongues. It's a pseudo version of Israelite. Even RG Stair was keeping Passover. I've seen videos where RG Stair keeping Passover. So make no mistake about it, Dowell didn't just build all this on his own. But he can't give credit to what credit is due because he have to distance himself from his mentor. All right, let's get into this video here.
Double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Now that's a quote from Pastor Charles Dowell in a Searcy interview. I believe the name of the man was Jim Searcy, but it's all in writing. It can be found on the internet. That's something that Pastor Dowell really does not, well, he doesn't really seem to like anything in writing. What, you know, I keep hearing from him over and over again that he wants to debate people and that no scholar will come and debate him because he's just so grand of a person, that Pastor Dowell is the most high.
Now, this person here is not RG Stair. I know they look alike. They do look alike. But this is a man who was given the history of Pastor Dowell 10 years ago. He's trying to explain how Pastor Dowell came to prominence. Who is Pastor Dowell? Where did he come from? This is what this man is doing. It's a very old video. So you'll learn something right here, because I want people who learning this truth, people just awakening to understand the history of these people who are toting themselves as shepherds, running around acting like they the best Israelite in the world. And you need to know where these people come from, who the company they kept. All right. Now, of course, a Gentile can come into this truth and learn and be grafted in and sojourn with us and be taught. But Dowell, on the other hand, was taught by a straight up heathen. All right, let's go.
In the words and the message to the Most High's people. Pastor Dowell is a sick man. He is that double-minded man that he speaks about.
He's very double-minded. Very, very double-minded. And you can hear it when he speaks about RG Stair. There's a video on YouTube. It's so double-minded when he speaks of RG Stair. It's almost like he admires RG Stair, but at the same time, he tries to distance himself from RG. He calls him an enemy, calls him evil, but at the same time, he shows him respect. And either Dowell either RG Stair was evil or he wasn't. And shout out to Ringo TV Reactions in the building. And salute to the brother, man. He been doing a fantastic job, exposing this devil known as Pastor Dowell. And we gonna keep going in. It's on. All right, now I want y'all to hear this out because you need to know the history.
He is that man. Now, Pastor Charles Dowell, where does he come from? Let me think for a moment here. Oh, yes. There's another pastor out there, which I don't believe he's as active as he once was. And his name is Ralph Stair. RG Stair from South Carolina. This is Pastor Charles Dowell's mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is Ralph G. Stair Pastor Charles Dowell's mentor, but he is also the actual leader of the Straightway community.
Do you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Straightway is just a rebranding of Overcomer Ministry. And you see what was going on in Overcomer Ministry with RG Stair. And Dowell said he was there. Dowell said he was there while all this was happening, y'all.
Oh, she's awake now. I'm calling her. Come on, honey. Now, I see you missed out on it. Mm-hmm. I'll be somewhere listening.
See, now, what's he doing grabbing that young girl like that and doing what he's doing?
Come here, hon. Come here. I'll show you. Just look.
Now, you hear that frog in the background? Here we go.
See what's happening? You don't see what's happening?
Yeah.
See in the influence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, by you.
Uh-huh. Growing up.
Yeah. Look at that right there. Whatever that.
No, she can't help that. No. But she don't have to enhance him.
RG Stair has passed away. RG Stair has passed away. Do anybody remember what Pastor Dowell said about RG Stair? I know a lot of you people out there who think that you comprehend or understand the whole issue about RG Stair. You don't. I do. I was there. Are you follow me? I was there. I was sitting there right there in the tabernacle. I know everything has been said. Contrary to all these accusations and all these lies and everything else, I know all the movers, the shakers. I know the whole entire story.
So this is why Dowell is doing virgin auctions. This is why Dowell, feels it's okay to, stand those young girls out there, because RG was a straight up perv. You hear me? A straight pervert. fondling these young ladies. And that one young lady at the end that he brung up, actually, she's a child, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, she was around 12, 13 years old. But this same child, he brung up multiple times. Like, RG couldn't get enough of this one. And this clip, he kisses the girl.
Hard. So hard.
Come on.
What? See how he's setting them up?
You want another try at it?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You people are so hard, but uh-oh. You better lighten up on this one now. Wringing his hands like
This
he
little
did.
girl had to get on her lately, haven't I?
Look at him rubbing her hat. You see that? You see her rubbing her back like that? What's that all about?
This the other day, just because she wrote a dumb letter. Caused a big ruckus.
True.
Isn't that right? How old are you, hon? 12. Getting right close to it now.
How old are you? 12. You heard him? How old are you? 12. Said she about close to it now. Kissing on her, groping on a young lady. Yo, this is sick, bro. Ringo said Craig Mack was a part of it. Yep, I shared that earlier because people believe that Dowell is the first one to bring celebrities over there, which he got athletes. But Craig Mack was there in Straightway. He's one of the first celebrities to be a part of Straightway, aka Overcomer Ministries. Who's to say that Dowell is not filling these young ladies up? We already hearing they getting massages from the young ladies and all of that. We don't know what's happening in Straightway. I'm telling you, over there's a bunch of wicked ass, perverted, nasty men over there. And that's what's happening. Telling you, man. Now you getting the history. Now you understanding that he ain't just this self-made dude. Now you understanding that Dowell ain't just built up Straightway and he just one day had an epiphany. Because this is how he's trying to make it seem. Like the Lord himself spoke to Dowell, said, get up and go build houses for the Israelites. He never said, get up and just create houses for Israelites and build. That's not how this happened. He inherited Straightway. So when he's making comments like this, when he's saying stuff like this, y'all, you got to really think about what he's trying to do here. Hold on, let me show you. When he's saying stuff like this.
Hey, I want everybody out there, instead of questioning us, I want y'all to question Ringo TV and New Breed. Show us your fruit. Show us what you're doing. It's easy for you to point the finger and talk about everybody else. As the old saying goes, it's easy to get on, but it's hard to get off. Show everybody your fruit. And if you can't do it, then all you're going to do in your silence is going to show everybody the damn devil your ass really is. You damn satanic ass shits. Ah.
That's good.
Demand fruit. We want to see fruit.
Yeah.
Show us the fruit.
Not questionable.
So he's trying to act like he built Straightway from the ground up. And listen, when it comes to fruit, let's make this very clear. I'm not in the business of showing my arms before men to get a pat on the back. One-on-ones, no. There's people around me who understand that I've done philanthropic work, but I'm not going to talk about that because I don't want to be like the hypocrite, right? But there's many ways to having fruit of righteousness, not necessarily you just building houses. What about being family men? And you know, if I wanted to play that game with Dowell, I very well could play that game, but I'm not into trying to prove myself to a demon. You a devil. I don't have to prove myself to a devil and a demon. You talking to a man who sat before dignitaries in Africa among the round table. Do you understand who you dealing with? You talking to a man who does have global responsibilities. You're talking to somebody who been in this truth And the little community that we're working on, yes, we in infant stages, but I can promise you that my community was not given over by no damn RG Stair. It wasn't given over by some cult leader that was out here fondling people. This is organic. I'm very humble. I'm just a young Israelite coming from Washington, D.C. in the hood, bro. I wasn't surrounded by the likes of all these Gentiles that you was in bed with. I'm not surrounded by all these cult leaders that you were preview to coming out the military. These people you was bumping shoulders with. These Catholic, half Israelite cult leaders. I wasn't around those people. That's not my background. So you trying to compare yourself to what's going on, our backgrounds, brothers in truth. Listen, I'm really not even believing that Dowell is an Israelite at this point. I really don't. As my brother used to call them chocolate-covered Edomites. But this is what's going on. Man, I want you to get this history lesson. Let's talk about it.
He is the de facto leader. Now, if anybody doubts what I'm saying, all they have to do is look into the Jim Searcy interview, and Pastor Charles Dowell outlines it for everybody. As a matter of fact, and I quote, Pastor Charles Dowell states that when Ralph Stair shows up at the Straightway community, that Pastor Dowell sits down and shuts his mouth. That must be some sight. That really must be some sight in the Straightway.
Now, on the Searcy interview, there's not any audio of this interview, but it's like an article. You can read what was said. And this came from Dowell. When RG Stair walked in the room, Charles Dowell would sit down and will be all ears, all attention. He pretty much praised RG Stair, y'all. He praised them. Now I have the actual article, but it's a lot of reading because you're looking at manuscripts. Telling you. Ringo says, what clock number was he talking about us? I need that for my next stream. I'm definitely gonna send that over to you. I can send you the actual clip if you need it, brother. I can't even tell you the actual clock number right now, but I will let you know, no doubt.
Community for Mr. Mouth to sit down and shut up. Oh my Lord, that must be quite a sight. But it sends a message to the people of the community. It sends a message that Pastor Charles Dowell is the Chucky doll of Ralph Stair. That when Ralph Stair is around,
he said that he is the Chucky doll of Ralph Stair. Man, y'all got to know the history, man. Stop thinking that these people are organic. There's always these plants among the Israelite community. I'm trying to show y'all it's the same template as RG Stair. Once again, let this sink in.
In the early 1980s, Brother RG Stair and his wife came to Walterboro, South Carolina, with only a couple $100 and a whole lot of faith. He founded the Overcomer community. Since then, it has grown into a self-sufficient Christian farm community, providing a home for about 70 Bible-believing men, women, and children, while utilizing alternative energy sources to provide electric and organic farming methods to raise food is in keeping with current trends. The basic Christian lifestyle goes back 2,000 years. This is the Overcomer community.
That's the people Dowell was bumping shoulders with. That's the people he was bumping shoulders with. Now, as you can see, there was already a mixed multitude of people over there. Dowell acting like he built this thing from the ground up, y'all, and he didn't. But then want to disrespect other brothers' efforts. Not to mention, he want to act like he just this hardworking man. Let's keep it real, bro.
And a little bit more understanding of what goes on the land. His work ethic. Oh, real quick. By the way, let me get to that real fast, real quick, and I'll end this. What he does is, this is how this works. The brothers do majority of all the work, and I'm not lying. He'll come out and make a video, work with us for a few minutes, and then he leaves. That's his work. He's got to go back and do the ministry. But as only reason, and I agree with, I understand, you have to study and learn a book and, feed the people, the flock, whatever, however you want to say it. I get all that. I get that. But you're portraying it like you're out there working, holding up your hands with all these calluses and all that. You make a video, put on a show, and then you go and leave. That's the truth. Straightway. That's what happens. That's Mr. Dowell's work ethic.
Damn, Dowell. That's a witness against you that you ain't really producing no fruits, that the men of Straightway are doing all the damn building, and you just out there making videos. You making videos wearing tight ass, what are them damn things, wearing tight ass Under Armour shirts. Out there flexing, trying to make videos, all for the camera. That's Dowell. But to act like he got all these fruits. Again, what them scriptures say? Matthew 7:16. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire, sir. You can't produce good fruit because the tree is rotten to the core. The tree is rotten to the core. Why is that? Because you learned everything from RG Stair.
The Chucky doll sits there and be quiet. But when Ralph Stair isn't there, the evil Chucky doll is around and lurking. Does it tell you something? Does it? It should. It should tell you something. It should tell you something. It's basic cult mentality. Basic cult.
Hey, for the person that says New Breed need to be worried about building that community, not making videos himself, don't got 30 years. Let me do you a real solid. Let me do you a real solid right here. Y'all already know. Y'all know what's coming, right? Let's just get you up out of here. Because you have no idea what we have going on, because we're not here to show off. When things are being produced, we're not on the camera all the time. So let's just do that. Let's just do that. Let's get you up out of here. Anyway, let's continue.
Mentality. There's an order of leadership in this cult mentality. Pastor Charles Dowell trains people with his tongue, in his guns, in his intimidation.
Yep.
And then Ralph Stair shows.
Yo, this is 11 years ago. So he says Dowell, and he controls things with his tongue, intimidation. Is this not all the tactics we've seen? This man right here put this video out 11 years ago. So as you can see, RG Stair seeing the manipulative tactics, the smooth words of Dowell. And he's seen that narcissistic spirit in Dowell and was like, yo, I can use this Pastor Dowell. And this is 11 years ago, and now we see all those very same tactics. He's doing it right now. He did it with Eric Gonzalez. He did it with Jamie and his family. He's attempting to do it to content creators and YouTubers, claiming we going to hell. And he brought up Rap the News the other day, talking about because Rap the News died, we can't speak on him because he got some type of power and we gonna all die because we speaking on him. Fear tactics. Dowell, ain't nobody afraid of you. That's why brothers going right at you, because you wicked, you a sinner. You're living in adultery. You're filthy. The company you kept was filthy. You just another damn cult leader, taking advantage of all those people over there. And all the cronies you got surrounding you. I don't even want to talk about them, bro. They just your support system. I understand you need that. You need that because you got a fragile ego. Let's go.
And Ralph Stair doesn't have to use guns or intimidation because Pastor Charles Dowell already took care of that part.
Right. And it's interesting that Dowell came straight from the military. He came straight to the military to RG Stair. I'm very curious to know how that happened. How did he come from the military over there to RG Stair? It's almost like that was set up. Notice the brother said RG Stair doesn't need guns and weapons and this, that, and the third, and intimidation and manipulation tactics because he had that with Dowell. He had that with Dowell. So he used the Neanderthal. And according to the Xerxes interview, Dowell, when RG walked in the room, Dowell was like his little lapdog. He was like a lapdog. He had so much respect for Stair. He used them. And now the same intimidation tactics, the same evil person is ruling Straightway.
For him.
Listen again.
Because Pastor Charles Dowell already took care of that in his guns, in his intimidation. And then Ralph Stair shows up. And Ralph Stair doesn't have to use guns or intimidation because Pastor Charles Dowell already took care of that part for him. Now, there is more than one of these overcomer ministry communities. There's more than one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just Straightway community, there's others. But see, you'll have to want to actually look at these things in order to find that out for yourself. So you wonder, why is this guy making this video? Well, I'm making this video because I just got an email from Pastor Charles Dowell, and he called me a dog and a false accuser.
He been doing the same damn thing for a decade now, y'all. Dowell don't have no new tricks, just like the devil. How many times did he call Pastor Rufus a dog, a pig, called this one that? Same thing. He been doing the same thing for years. You know why? Because that's how RG Stair used to do. RG Stair used to do the same thing. He would be in there berating people and all of that. I've heard all the stories. You was doing the same thing 10 years ago. You were 57 years old, sir. And even back then, you were still calling people dogs and pigs and using intimidation. Dowell, your sins have found you out. You are an adulterer, sir. Y'all don't believe me? Let me show you that he can't even hide the adulterous spirit in him. Let me show you he can't hide the adulterous spirit. He can't.
I'll forever submit to you, Miles. I'll forever respect you, Miles. I'll forever honor you, Miles, as the head of our home and no other. There is no other. There is no one. No plans of hell will ever prosper in our marriage and will ever hold me not to be a wife that is a Proverbs 31 woman. I will become that woman that builds the home as I follow you, as you follow Christ. That is the only thing that we will do in our household. And I promise and I vow that in heaven they hear. On earth I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto you as we continue to do this work of God.
Come on, stop us. Hey, Mother Carol, book me a plane ticket. I'm gonna marry her. I'm bringing her in immediately.
This nigga here, bro. The intentions of his heart, the abundance of his heart comes out his mouth. His drunk ass can't control himself, y'all. The man is an adulterer. He sat up there and just disrespected his wife like that, going after a married woman. Book me a ticket. I'm gonna marry her at her wedding. And y'all don't think that man took Eric Gonzalez's wife? Y'all crazy. I mean, it ain't even a question. It's not even a question. You know how it's not a question, y'all? It's a fact. You know what makes it a fact? Because Eric Gonzalez came in there with a wife and a daughter and left without him. And now that same woman is Dowell's wife. The proof is right in front of you. Anyway, let's go.
So I sent him a message back. Okay. You seem to be able to articulate things very well. Tell me what these false accusations are. I don't expect him to reply. He unsubscribed me from his channel, which that is what he typically does.
Mm-hmm.
I've had 3 different names that I've went to his channel in order to post comments. And this is what Pastor Charles Dowell.
And this is what Dowell do. If you question him, you get outcasted, ostracized. He go on a whole smear campaign. He manipulates, turn people against you. All of that. That's what he do.
Does is he unsubscribes people that, well, it might spark something in somebody where they will actually want to look into this person that they're considering.
Everybody put a 1 in the chat if everything is streaming seamlessly. If y'all not having no issues, I need y'all to put a 1 in the chat. If y'all can hear everything and everything is going good.
Funding. Because, hey, when it all boils down to it, these videos that Pastor Charles Dowell is doing is to con people out of money. Pastor Charles Dowell is a con man. And he's an extension of the Ralph Stair con man.
That's all he did. He took what Ralph Stair had, bro. That's it. But he wanna do this. He wanna pull one of these and talk about where's our fruits. Listen, hold on. Where that video at? You got to be kidding me.
Hey, I want everybody out there, instead of questioning us, I want y'all to question Ringo TV and New Breed. Show us your fruit. Show us what you're doing. It's easy for you to point the finger and talk about everybody else. As the old saying goes, it's easy to get on, but it's hard to get off. Show everybody your fruit. And if you can't do it, then all you're going to do in your silence is going to show everybody the damn devil your ass really is. You damn satanic ass shits. Ah.
That's good.
Demand fruit. We want to see fruit.
Yeah.
Show us the fruit.
Not questionable suspect music videos that are cringy.
And cut your damn hair, Adonis.
I bet you it ain't gonna be no 7-hour video.
No, not for no fruit.
All right.
And this is y'all's pastor over there. This is y'all pastor over there. with his ragtag ass misfits, cronies. And what is this thing about him saying hair, long hair, you ain't supposed to have long hair. What's the name of that prophet? Not even a prophet, the warrior in the Bible who, Samson. Like, did you not know Samson, who was a warrior, had locks? I mean, damn. I mean, this is elementary, bro. Samson's power was in his locks. Do he not know about the Nazarite vow in the Bible at all? Did he not know when Delilah convinced Samson to cut his hair that he lost powers because of that? Yo, he just an inbred, half Catholic, half Christian, fake Israelite. He don't even know the Bible, y'all. He don't even understand the Bible. He don't even know our culture. Exactly. The Most High gave Samson power through his 7 long locks. That's what the Bible tells you. So why this man keep talking about long hair, like locks? Like, what are you talking about? There was something in the Bible called a Nazarite vow where they vowed not to touch the wine or grapes or cut the hair off their heads. You think all the men had haircuts? Dowell, you believe all the men in the Bible had haircuts, bro? That's what you tell him. He don't even know the scriptures, y'all. He out here masquerading as an Israelite. That man is not no Israelite. And that's why he keeps the company with the people he keep company with. This is why he been around RG Stair. And for those who don't know, RG Stair, man, bro, not only, let's just go to the footage, man. Let's just go to the footage here.
Now to a Daily Mail TV exclusive, the death of rapper Craig Mack. Just 2 weeks ago, the Grammy-nominated rapper known as MC Easy died at just 46 years old. At the height of his fame, the P. Diddy Biggie Smalls prodigy lived a life of excess of everything from money and sex to drugs and guns. But soon after the success of his 1994 hit, Craig Mack's health started to fail and he disappeared, only to resurface in 2012 at an alleged South Carolina cult called the Overcomer Ministry. Take a look.
My name is Craig Mack.
And what did you used to do when you was in the world?
Wickedness.
Okay. And what are you doing now?
Righteousness.
Whoa, hallelujah.
The preacher of that ministry is Ralph Gordon Stair. Stair is now in jail, accused of sexually assaulting multiple women and children in his congregation. Today, a DailyMail.com investigation exposes what really happened inside the Overcomer Ministry and the new questions raised about Craig Mack's death. Brandy Williams is back now with more of the exclusive details. So, Brandy, what can you tell us about Ralph Gordon Stair?
So, Jesse, he's 84 years old, a self-proclaimed prophet, and allegedly a serial sexual assaulter, rapist, and pedophile. He reportedly took the virginity of many young teenage girls and infected them with STDs. He even reportedly instructed one girl on how to induce a miscarriage when she feared that she was pregnant with his child. He is accused of manipulating his followers and defrauding some members out of their life savings to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars. He was arrested back in December after a YouTube video showed the preacher touching and cupping a 12-year-old girl's breasts during a worship service.
Those are terrible details, Brandy. Going back to Craig Mack, what do we know about his...
RG Stair has passed away. RG Stair has passed away. Do anybody remember what Pastor Dowell said about RG Stair? I know a lot of you people out there who think that you comprehend or understand the whole issue about RG Stair. You don't. I do. I was there. So you follow me? I was there. I was sitting there right there in the tabernacle. I know everything has been said. Contrary to all these accusations and all these lies and everything else, I know all the movers, the shakers. I know the whole entire story.
He know the whole entire story. He was there. He know the movers, the shakers. Why? Because he was introduced to RG Stair from the get-go. He was the muscle. Yo, Dowell seen some wickedness that y'all don't quite even comprehend. We talking about RG Stair was forcing abortions on these young ladies, impregnating them, giving them STDs. And now you got Dowell up here doing virgin auctions and all of that. You think, man, listen, somebody said he was taking notes. And that's by his own admission. He was there. He was there. And I should pull up that entire video so you can hear how double-minded and fourth-tongued Pastor Dowell is. How he really admires RG Stair, but he talks in circles. He talks in such a way where it's like he's manipulating the public to try to distance himself. But all you got to do is listen to what he first says. He was there. And he tries to act like a lot of things aren't true and all of this type of stuff. That's a lie, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying to act like it ain't true, but we got footage. We got the footage, y'all. Come
here, hon. Come here. I'll show you. Just look.
Now, you hear that frog in the background? Here we go.
See what's happening? You don't see what's happening?
Yeah.
See in the influence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By you.
Uh-huh. Growing up.
Yeah. Look at that right there. Whatever that.
No, she can't help that. No. But she don't have to enhance them.
See? Just like RG Stair couldn't hide his sick desires, Dowell can't hide his adultery. Just like RG Stair couldn't hide his little perverted, little freaked out ass ways, his disgusting ways, Dowell can't hide his adultery either. That's why he disrespected Mother Carol like that in her face. That's a spirit on him. That's a spirit on him. But he want to act like he did this all. He built his whole empire on his own. No, you a student of RG Stair. He showed you the way, Dowell. But you got a nerve to speak on real Israelites by blood, because that's what you did in that video. See, you really hate the Israelites. You speaking on organic, real Israelites when you speak on Brothers in Truth's name.
Hey, I want everybody out there, instead of questioning us, I want y'all to question Ringo TV and New Breed. Show us your fruit. Show us what you're doing. It's easy for you to point the finger and talk about everybody else. As the old saying goes, it's easy to get on, but it's hard to get off. Show everybody your fruit. And if you can't do it, then all you're going to do in your silence is going to show everybody the damn devil your ass really is. You damn satanic ass shits. Ah.
That's good.
Demand fruit. We want to see fruit.
Yeah.
Show us the fruit.
Not questionable suspect music videos that are cringy.
And cut your damn hair, Adonis.
I bet you it ain't gonna be no 7-hour video.
No, not for no fruit.
All right.
A man who inherited a church from a cult leader. Y'all really believe Dowell out here building all these houses? Nah. Let me tell you something. As a content creator, because they seem to try to demonize that term, right? Just making videos on a regular basis. It's going to be times where you're going to have to really take days and things off when you building homes, unless you making the material the whole time you there. I believe what Jamie is saying. And in case you didn't know what Jamie said about Dowell's work ethic, this is what he said.
And a little bit more understanding of what goes on the land. His work ethic, real quick. By the way, let me get to that real fast, real quick, and I'll end this. What he does is, this is how this works. The brothers do majority of all the work. and I'm not lying, he'll come out and make a video, work with us for a few minutes, and then he leaves. That's his work. He's got to go back and do the ministry. But as only reason, and I agree with, I understand, you know, you have to study and learn a book and, you know, feed the people, the flock, whatever, however you want to say it. I get all that. I get that. But you're portraying it like you're out there working, holding up your hands with all these calluses and all that. You make a video, put on a show, and then you go and leave. That's the truth. Straightway. That's what happens. That's Mr. Dowell's work ethic.
I'm telling you. And I truly believe what Jamie's saying here. Because he's the type of person that always got to show off. Things got to look a certain way. I'm telling you, it's rotten fruit over there, man.
You think I'm wrong? Well, research Ralph Stair. If you watch Pastor Dowell, you really should research RG Stair. And then, and only then, will you see where Pastor Charles Dowell is really coming from.
See, man, when it comes to some of these damn religious leaders, you got to really understand their history and their background. Because y'all be thinking that these men come from tumultuous times and backgrounds, like they come, like they live their life like us. Dowell got a military background. We don't know who his father is. His father could have put him in the military and already aligned Dowell with these heathens and Gentiles. Already connected him with certain Masonic leaders and things of that nature. You don't know his background. But he have the nerve to disrespect the efforts of brothers in truth. See, unlike Dowell, when it comes to unlimited potential farms, we're not inheriting no land from a damn cult leader. We didn't sit under RG Stair. We didn't sit under some damn freak, some damn pervert, and lean off his every word and learn that and learn the art of manipulation. That's not our background, sir. So your fruit and my fruit gonna be different, sir. I'm gonna be producing different fruit than you gonna be producing. And I want to say this as well, that all the brothers out there, all the sisters out there who been in this truth, studying, and you went through hell and back, just staying on a narrow path, and you overcame a lot of temptations in your life, and you've been shunned, isolated by family. You've been through it all. You've been through the persecution. I want you to know that just because you don't have, you haven't built homes, right? I need you to know that don't mean that you don't have fruits. Some of y'all raising y'all's children the right way. Y'all wasn't raised up right. But instead of repeating the same vicious cycle, y'all breaking generational curses. And y'all showing y'all's children to be a different image than you were raised up in. That's fruit right there. And servant of Yah, Pastor Rufus says, the fruit that the Messiah cares about is spiritual, eternal. Absolutely. All praises to that. Real talk. Because these guys over there are trying to convince y'all because they had these opportunities handed to them to be able to work in the field and be self-sufficient to a degree and be able to have certain skills and trades. They're trying to make what's spiritual something that's physical. And that's really not the case, man. So when you hear these men talking like, what's their fruits? I bet you they can't show you the fruits. Listen, do you know how many brothers and sisters came into the truth based on the hard work, the labor that brothers like Ringo TV Reactions, myself, Mark the Messengers, Pastor Rufus, just being there for people, just being good people. You know how many people just then came over into the truth based on these works right here. How could you just denounce that fruit? How could you denounce that? And there's a host of others. And because they don't have, are you saying because they don't have houses built? Listen, anybody can build a house. The other nations build communities all the time. Are you saying that they're of the Most High? I seen a whole community get thrown up about 2 weeks ago. I'm driving down the street. I seen the signs that the community was coming. And I rode by maybe a week after that. That whole community was established. And there was a Publix grocery store a couple miles from there. And they went and built a Zaxby's on top of that, right? They built all these things in a matter of weeks. And I said to myself, wow, that is amazing. But these are the other nations. So at one point I was looking at that like, man, one part of me was like, like, man, you can't, it's hard to get people to come together within our people to build something like that. I thought about that. I thought about how quick they did it. I was like, man, that's amazing how quick they built that. But at the same time, I'm envious a little bit because I know we could do great things like that too. But those people who built that don't mean they in the truth. That don't mean they with the Most High. So it's just something that is crazy that he's trying to convince y'all online that fruits is building houses when the nations is building. I mean, it's insane to me, bro. When you were really just a student of RG Stair and you acting like your whole template is something that you woke up organically and created, when we got the proof back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, this was RG Stair was doing.
In the early 1980s, brother RG Stair and his wife came to Walterboro, South Carolina, with only a couple $100 and a whole lot of faith. He founded the Overcomer community. Since then, it has grown into a self-sufficient Christian farm community, providing a home for about 70 Bible-believing men, women, and children, while utilizing alternative energy sources to provide electric and organic farming methods to raise food is in keeping with current trends. The basic Christian lifestyle goes back 2,000 years. This is the Overcomer community.
You're not the originator. Your mentor was. He showed you the way. He showed you the way. You just inherited the keys. Once his fall from grace took place, you was inherited that. That's the circle you was with. I don't know what you did with those people to get your position, but you got it. Your fruit is rotten because your mentor is rotten, and you still out here trying to intimidate people. Hold on, let me see. Let me read this comment here. It says, Ringo TV Reaction says, the people at Straightway don't own anything. Shaking my head. They give their paycheck to Dowell, which gives him the fuel power to build, only to own everything. Exactly. It gives him the power to own everything. And listen, you brothers in Straightway really need to consider what's happening to y'all. It's like y'all trying to convince yourselves that y'all own something. And you don't. Y'all need to start asking where those deeds and where those titles of the land that so your family can have an inheritance. He's doing the same thing RG Stair did. None of that community didn't go to y'all. I'm talking about owning something. Not him taking your paychecks. That's bondage. That's bondage. He's taking y'all's paychecks, literally giving y'all pennies on the dollar. And you don't own nothing. Hell, even in the world, they have something called rent to own. even in the world, they got homes that you can rent to own. They're not doing that in Straightway. Everything's going to Dowell, and everything is in his name, as if he can take it with him to the grave, as if his family the only ones who gonna need an inheritance. Somebody said they lack an inner voice. They really do. It's like they don't have the discernment to see that they being fleeced out here. And it's insane. All he does is use intimidation, being boastful, arrogant, being salacious, and all of those kind of things. Those people are renting and they're giving their whole checks. Even when you rent from the other nations, you ain't giving up your whole check. I mean, damn near, because the rent going up and the price of living is crazy. And let's be clear. Somebody said, I could never really rock with Dowell's messages. Now, let me make this clear. Make this very clear. Dowell's doctrine is total trash. It's a half inbred version of Israelites in their culture. Speaking in tongues, as I've proven to you all, going to the scriptures, you must have an interpreter. I believe personally that Dowell is over there casting spells on people. When he lay hands and all of that, he's speaking this gibberish. He's a wizard, a warlock. And I think it's keeping the people asleep. Dowell's going to be one of them same people, because he keep talking about fruits this and fruits that. He going to be one of them same people at Judgment Day talking about, surely haven't I casted out demons in your name, Jesus? Haven't I done this, and haven't I spoken tongues? He's one of those, bro. And at the end, you know what the Most High gonna say? Depart from me, ye workers of iniquity. I never knew thee. I never knew thee. That's what's going to happen to Dowell. He's a wizard, a warlock. He believe in some damn virgin birth, which is Christian. That's that's Catholicism. When the Bible tell you the word virgin mean a young woman of marriageable age. When it tell you the seed line that Christ came from. But Dowell over there teaching that Jesus is God himself. Only thing he did was take the philosophy from RG Stair. Somebody called him a man witch. That's funny, a man witch. Yeah, that's what he is, a damn man witch. But want to continue to talk about other brothers and things like that, trying to, call, all they do is name call, this one effeminate. Listen, bro, you wearing them tight ass shirts all the time, bro. What are you talking about? Like, cut it out, bro. You too damn big to be squeezing in them damn tight ass shirts, bro. Looking like man running around looking like Terry Crews, but want to talk about somebody. Stop playing, bro. running around looking like Terry Crews, talking about some. We ain't gonna go there, bro. We're not gonna go there. Servants of Yah, Pastor Rufus says King Dowell having the brothers build him a 13,000 plus square foot hotel for a home, while he still got saints living in dilapidated trailers sitting on buckets. Wow. Wow. Now, y'all got to understand, Pastor Rufus has been Pastor Dowell's right-hand man for 14 years in the Straightway community. If this man is saying this in this chat right now, you can take it for complete fact. This is a brother who understands the inner workings. This is a brother who knows this to be true. Do you understand this, ladies and gentlemen, how damning that is to hear that? What that says about Dowell's character. Let me put this on big screen. Do y'all understand? And I've heard some of the brothers, some of his cronies, come to his defense and say things such as, oh, Dowell, he been doing this from day one. You know, he deserved to have him a house built. He got y'all out there slaving. And I just proved to you that he didn't get it all on his own. He didn't put in all the groundwork because he's a student of Stair. I just showed you that he don't deserve that. But y'all trying to convince yourselves. Sometimes when y'all doing these videos trying to disregard the truth and try to, you know, assassinate the character of brothers like Ringo and myself, I feel like y'all really trying to convince yourself that y'all doing the work for the man of the Lord. It's y'all sound like y'all trying to convince yourselves. But the man is building a huge home right now as we speak. Now we know YouTube demonetized him. Where he getting that money from? The saints, y'all. And in the process of that, he projected on Pastor Rufus. He literally projected in his fruits. I'm talking of Dowell's fruits. Show that he's the one riding around in $100,000 trucks and building big old homes while y'all not even living right. What is he doing? Is he giving y'all virgins? What's going on? What's keeping y'all shut? He got dirt on y'all? One of y'all brothers over there, Straightway, gonna wake up. I'm not y'all's enemy. I see Michael Israel cackling and kikiing. First of all, Michael Israel, you just strike me as a damn drama queen. And that's just 100. Every time you doing one of them damn interviews, one of them Wednesday interviews, you always trying to bring something up that will be some damn drama. Matter of fact, it really seemed like all of y'all over there just a bunch of damn gossipers. Seriously. He brought one guy up there to testify against Pastor Rufus, and all I heard was gossip, 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 gossip. It was bad. And I heard this from his ex-wife, and I heard he bought her a truck, and I heard he had some Jordans, and I heard he bought a truck over here, and then the wife didn't like that truck, and then the truck broke down. It's like, what? That's how y'all talk over there? But want to be calling all these men, want to be calling anybody who oppose y'all effeminate? You can't be serious. Do y'all hear yourselves? Man, I tell you, man. Let me see. There was a comment that says, Pastor Rufus says, the saints of Georgia pay for our land. I worked and bought an income from day one. He said the saints bought the land, but he worked for his own and got his own income from day one. Y'all hear that? So let's let the record be set straight. Dowell didn't want that spirit exposed, that spirit of Saul that's in him. Somebody said, yeah, that video was terrible. Those Straightway dudes just like to babble and complain. That's what they do. But got a nerve to speak on brothers who really putting out truth and been doing it for years. Organic, homegrown, not the product of a damn cult leader.
Hey, I want everybody out there, instead of questioning us, I want y'all to question Ringo TV, and New Breed, show us your fruit. Show us what you're doing. It's easy for you to point the finger and talk about everybody else. As the old saying goes, it's easy to get on, but it's hard to get off. Show everybody your fruit. And if you can't do it, then all you're going to do in your silence is going to show everybody the damn devil your ass really is.
Now, let me make this clear. Some of you all who've been following me for a while, y'all already seen me do land walks. Y'all seen that we in the infant stages of our development. And I just give all praises to the Most High that I'm even at that stage. And that I ain't have to compromise. I ain't have to be under no cult leader. I ain't have to do none of that just even to be in that stage of development. You know? And I'm very humble. Although I've sat among dignitaries in Africa. Some of you all seen that I've met you know, I met the vice president of Liberia. It's all on film. Literally. You've been through initiatives to help clean up Liberia and different things and have, you know, global responsibilities, different things that I got going on. But I don't want to go into receipts. Like I don't want to play that type of game where I'm showing y'all some of the works that I've done or fruits or whatever, because I realize that the fruits is spiritual. And I realize that I don't do things to get a pat on the back. I do things. The reason I'm even interested in communal living is because I want our people to be in a good community. I want our people to be financially free, not under the bondage of another man. I want our people to have a chance at life where they're surrounded by good people, platonic family, things of that nature. And there's a fair shot and there's opportunity there. And there's businesses being produced. Things of that nature. Streams of revenue where people can actually make a living. Because when you have land, everybody's supposed to be eating. But I'm not here to prove anything. I'm not here to do that. That's the games they play because they're carnal. They're carnal minded. Why don't you try, Dowell, why don't you try responding to all of the adultery allegations? Start responding to that. Because again, your fruit looking poison. It looks rotten out here, sir. And I want y'all people to know, man, just because you're not building houses and certain things, man, that don't mean you're not in this truth. That don't mean that you're not a soul worthy of salvation. The good thing is y'all wasn't under a cult leader. So y'all don't have, you know, it is what it is. Pastor Rufus says, Dowell never paid for land in Georgia. They bought us a trailer and materials to fix it up. That's it. We were grateful though. See, those brothers had to build on their own. And I would hope one day, man, perhaps I can even interview Pastor Rufus so we can get the details and you can, you know, speak your mind on this platform at some time. But you know what I'm saying? The information got to be out there. He goes on to say the first acre of land in Georgia was paid for by the savings of Georgia saints. We added a 33 acre to that, which cost $4,500. Dowell paid $3,000. And the Georgia saints paid 15 of that. Facts. So everybody pitched in for the land. So Dowell, so let me get this right. Oh man, see. Now I want y'all to all pay attention to what's being said here. The saints pretty much pitched in to get the land. Dowell added some to the land, but Dowell didn't put in anything when it comes to the development of the land. Now I need you to pay attention to that. That's very important, y'all. He didn't, according to Pastor Rufus, he didn't pitch into the development of the land. Okay, definitely. Yeah, we'll definitely set that up, Pastor Rufus. Absolutely. Now I want y'all to keep that in mind. With all of the checks that Dowell is collecting, none of it went towards Straightway, Georgia. According to Pastor Rufus, none of that went towards Straightway, Georgia. So in hindsight, in a sense, y'all got to understand, Pastor Rufus had to help get that land developed on his own without getting funding from Dowell. Are y'all listening? So we know that anything that's there on that land as it sits right now, Pastor Rufus was the one putting the initiative in to get that developed. None of the resources came from Dowell. Do you understand that? That's crazy. But then want to act like the man, and then it's the same, and then Dowell tells him he got to leave in 30 days. It was barely nothing there before he got there. Pastor Rufus, for 14 years, I got to ask Pastor Rufus, how many livable structures are on the land now? Because we got what was there. We got what was there when you came to the land. All you had was a trailer. How many livable structures are on that land now? If you don't mind answering that, just so people can understand that it takes resources, work. It takes a lot to develop land. Trust me, I know, because I'm in the infant stages of it, and it ain't easy to actually get those resources and financing for that. 10 livable structures on the land now. 15 total buildings. Yup, so Dowell put up half, the Saints put up half, but Dowell takes all. Dowell didn't build anything or finance the development, but Dowell takes all. Do you understand that that's how that worked? Damn. Y'all don't see how that's problematic? How the Bible talks about the scales being off balance. Y'all don't see how that's wrong? Man. Yeah, Dowell didn't put up half, for the record. He didn't put up half. He put up $1,500 or he actually put up $3,000 towards the land. But let's not get in. I don't want to get into semantics. I might have said that wrong. I might have misquoted. He didn't put up half of anything. Straightway paid for the double wide trailer and material to fix it up. Yep. A false balance is an abomination, y'all. And now he up there building a big old home off y'all's dollars. And y'all just sitting around being yes men. Y'all just sitting around being a yes man. Hold on, let me go to the footage here.
Hey, I want everybody out there, instead of questioning us, I want y'all to question Ringo TV and New Breed. Show us your fruit. Show us what you're doing. It's easy for you to point the finger and talk about everybody else. As the old saying goes, it's easy to get on, but it's hard to get off. Show everybody your fruit. And if you can't do it, then all you're going to do in your silence is going to show everybody the damn devil your ass really is. You damn satanic ass shits. Ah.
That's good.
Demand fruit. We want to see fruit.
Yeah.
Show us the fruit.
Not questionable suspect music videos that are cringy.
And cut your damn hair, Adonis.
I bet you it ain't gonna be no 7-hour video.
No, not for no fruit.
All right.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Man, why you even do that, Dowell? You should have just You know, it's funny because like last week he was like, you know, you just can't, you got to ignore these people. You got to ignore these people because they don't affect my life or whoever around me. And you were you were trying to give motivational talks and all of that. Now you big mad, sir. Now you right back to saying people name and come on, bro. Come on, bro. Stop the charade. Stop the shenanigans, bro. Like, you don't want to do what you're doing, Dowell. You don't want to do that. Man, I tell you, brothers and sisters, I'm looking forward to seeing Ringo's material on that, bro. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all the brothers. I'm looking forward to seeing Born Rose reaction, everybody. Because at the end of the day, what we want to make sure that this doesn't happen to nobody else. And I'm talking about people getting fleeced and used in the community. We want to make sure that people coming in know who is who, because these people they'll make you believe that it's just based on their hard work and dedication and truth, and it's inspired by the Most High. When RG Stair was your mentor, that's who you kept company with. And we all know what RG Stair did, and we know what it is, man. But hey, man, you know, I want to just give all praises to the Most High. Give all honor to the Most High. Again, I'm going to say this as some motivation to you, brothers and sisters. Don't let these damn Judas goats try to discourage you in truth. Because that's what they'll do. They'll discourage you because you'll look at the fact that they're building homes and things like that. And you'll say to yourself, man, I'm so far from doing that. Some of y'all maybe not have skills in that area. Some of you all may be wheelchair bound. Some of you all may have nerve damage or whatever. And is this man saying because you can't get in the field and build? Some of you all may have just not be in the health to do that. Your time may have passed for you to be out in the vineyard planting and building. Let me tell you something. When it comes to the body of Christ, everybody has a position. Y'all don't be listening to this knuckle dragging ass Neanderthal trying to make you believe that if you ain't out here building a house from the ground up, then you ain't got no damn fruits. Your fruits are corrupted, Dowell, and everybody's on to you at this point. It is what it is. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Have a blessed evening. Turn those notifications on. I'll be back soon with more material. Y'all have a safe one, y'all. Shalom and peace.